Hey guys, it's Sid here, and I'm here with a get ready with me. I feel like it's just a staple for me to be like explaining to you guys what it is I'm doing, even though it's in the title. You can already tell what I'm doing. I just like to severely underestimate your intelligence, as any good YouTuber does. Ask, the Paul brothers, Tana Mojo maybe. I don't want to shade anyone, that's mean. Okay, I'm doing a get ready with me because I'm meeting with someone today, and I'm meeting with a friend today, and I need to get ready. Although I don't need to get ready now, but I didn't want to I have things that I want to talk about, but I can't really talk about them without makeup on because I'll just feel weird. So let's just get ready with me. I did 50 squats this morning. And I'm not an athletic person. I don't really work out often or at all really, but I do it occasionally sometimes. Sometimes I do have a reason and sometimes I do it. So I did 50 squats this morning because I'm doing a new thing, and it was the worst. It was just the freaking worst. I wanted to die every single step of the way. It was embarrassing how quickly I was out of breath. I think it was by 25, I was okay, you're halfway. I think it was by 20 even. I was I don't want to do this. Yes, so basically, I had a reason for doing a YouTube video. Basically, I was going to do a YouTube video talking about Hulu series Into the Dark, because Hulu has this horror series called Into the Dark, where basically what they do is it's movies around 80 minutes long, and each movie is a different horror movie. It's got a different storyline, it's got different people, different actors. It's Hallmark, if Hallmark was a horror thing. I don't know. So I decided to watch it because I have Hulu, and quite often I get ads for Hulu's Into the Dark movies and their series, and I'm I like horror. I consider myself a horror fan. It's why not check this bad boy out and see what the hubbub is, even though no one's talking about it but Hulu. And it's not good. I started with the movie The Pilgrim because that was in my watched, because I wanted, originally what I had planned for this week is to watch all the movies on my movie list and kind of talk about them. But then I got sidetracked by my Hulu because I was gonna watch Love Island, and then I was no, let me clean out my unwatched in my stuff, and I came across this movie called The Pilgrim that I had in unwatched, and so I was let me watch this bad boy and see what it's all about. It was awful. It was just terrible. I can't believe that I sat through that. In the beginning I was willing to forgive it a little bit. So it kind of starts off with this girl and her family. The girl's probably around I don't know, 16, 17 years old. She's not that old, but she's old enough where she thinks she knows everything, because at that age we all thought we knew everything, which is ridiculous. If you are under the age of even 19, I don't even know everything, but if you're at a certain age where you think that you know everything, I'm telling you right now, you do not know a darn thing. Her dad had remarried because her mom left. It was never really clear what happened between the mom and the dad. They just kind of did a lot of flashbacks, but they were just it ended poorly. It never was really talked about, even though it was a pretty big theme throughout the movie, what happened to her mom, which is so weird, but they just never really specifically touched on it. So that was one thing. Is what happens is, for Thanksgiving, the mom decides to hire these pilgrims that come to your house. They're supposed to be actors. Also, spoilers for these movies. I'm not really gonna be trying to skirt around the spoilers. So if you want to watch these movies, spoilers ahead. Oh, what the frick? That's so dope. I just realized I can button my pants together. So she hires these pilgrims, the mom, because she wants her family to be connected for Thanksgiving or whatever. Boomer. Because they're always on their phones. They're always on their darn phones and always concerned about their social media image and blah 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 blah. And so these pilgrims come, and obviously they're psychos, and they start killing everyone because they're you're not grateful for what you have, la-di-da-di-da. And it was just terrible. The ending was just weird. It was I don't know, like they killed all the pilgrims and then that was it. Okay, so like what happens next? And they just like don't tell you. Also, there was like the way that they shot the film, whoever directed that film must have vertigo and want everyone else to suffer from like what they have, because it was just so terrible. Like it was like every shot was just like dizzying. Like what they did was like they would zoom in and like lean and zoom in and lean, and they were going for this like, you know how like horror movies sometimes do that like tilted camera effects, like make you think, like make you just feel uneased. Well, that's what that movie was doing, but not in a good way. And it was just like, it was just nauseating to watch. Like every scene was just like, and they try to give off this like creepy vibe, but like it wasn't coming off as creepy, more like cringy. Like if I was in their situation, I would have been laughing my ass off the entire time, because like the pilgrims were just so cringy. They're like,
you need to get off those phones and be grateful for what you have.
Like you just can't take people like that seriously. Like it's just like, okay, like who cares? Anyways, that was a really dumb movie. So that was like, there was a scene where Cody like hugs her dad, and it's just so awkward because they kind of like look at each other like they're waiting to see who's gonna hug who first, and they kind of hug, and it's like this weird embrace where they're just like stiff, and then like they like, it's just weird. I was like, just cut that out. You don't need to do that, you know? Like I understand it's supposed to be awkward, but like not that awkward, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it was just awkward. The tension was awkward, and so I was like, this is like kind of weird that like this is such like a terrible series. I wonder what the other movies are like because it's literally a whole series dedicated to, you know, this like franchise, I guess. Like I guess Hulu wanted to make like movies but didn't want to like make them separate, I guess. I really don't know what they were going for. I guess they wanted to do like an adult kind of like Goosebumps. You guys remember Goosebumps, R.L. Stine? But it just didn't come off right. And so the next one I watched, it wasn't part of the Into the Dark series. It was like for Huluween. Like Hulu did a bunch of short flicks, like horror flicks, like short stories for like Halloween. A scary story in a short film. That's epic. It's crazy. It's bound to be either really awesome or really cringy, and unfortunately Hulu missed the mark on the really awesome bit. The one I watched was called The Hug, and it was basically like, with the rise of like Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff, like the whole animatronics thing has been like, you know, a really big like horror focus, and it should be because those things are freaking creepy. And so it's basically like the story of like this off-brand Chuck E. Cheese called like Pandori the Panda or whatever. And like this kid was at a birthday party and he wanted to meet Pandori, and the guy who, it's, now that I'm even explaining it, it makes less sense. Like I haven't even got into it. I'm thinking what to say in my head and it doesn't make any sense. Like the guy who was running Pandori's animatronic was like, no, Pandori's on like his dinner break, don't disrupt him. And so it was time for like the pizza to be brought out because it was the kid's birthday party. And so the kid, obviously being the little brat he is, sneaks into Pandori's little alcove anyway, and it's very obvious, like you can see him, like the curtains are open, the table that all the kids are sitting at, the mom and all the kids are eating at this table that's facing directly, so like let's say they're all sitting at this table all facing this way to face the camera and eating their pizza. If they looked up, they could very plainly see the kid and Pandori the animatronic on stage. Like it's not this secret like cove where they don't know where he is, because several times they were like, where's this kid? Where's this kid? I don't know where this kid is. Like, if you just, like, look up, he's, like, right there being mauled by a friggin' animatronic. Because that's what happens, is the animatronic, like, comes to life, and his face comes off, and, like, he hugs him, and, like, he digs his claws into him, and then he starts, like, eating him. But, like, they cut right when, like, the gory part was happening, and I was like, this sucks. If you're gonna do a horror movie with gory aspects of animatronics eating young children, then show the animatronic eating the young child. But yeah, that one was a dumb movie. It was just very strange. They tried to fit too much in 5 minutes, I think. I think if they had done like maybe 10 minutes, they definitely could have like made their point. So I definitely would not recommend that. So to cleanse my palate, I watched Texas Chainsaw, which was the 2013 movie in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise, where like Alexandra Daddario is like the cousin of Leatherface or something. And that one was a good movie. That one really cleansed my palate. That one I give like 8 out of 10. I'm not a movie critic, but that one I thought was like a really good movie. And then so last night I was like, okay, let me watch a little bit more, maybe like those two movies, like those two Hulu created movies, are like the exception. Maybe most of them are good. And so I watched another one called Puka, and it was just like weird. It wasn't scary to me. The thing is, when it comes to stuffed animals, it's like you can't make them too cute, because then it just like, it's not scary. It's just like, oh, look at the little thing, it's eating people. And actually the ending I really liked, just because in the end you find out that like everything that's been happening to him has been like a metaphor, or like him trying to cope with like being in a car crash with his family. I'm not saying it was a good movie, but it was definitely not as big a waste of time as Pilgrim was, because The Pilgrim was like such a big friggin' waste. Would I watch it again? Absolutely not. But like, did it completely waste my time? No, I don't think so. So that's kind of what it was. It was like, and then I woke up kind of deal. So like, so for those stories where it's like, and then I woke up, you know, you expect very little of those stories. That was last night. And then I went to watch Scary Stories to Watch in the Dark, because I haven't watched that yet. And then I got sidetracked.
This is a lie. I actually watched another Hulu Into the Dark movie called Midnight Kiss, and that was also not a good movie and very predictable.
And then I didn't go to bed till 6 a.m., baby. Even later than that. What time did I go to bed? Maybe even 7. I thought it was 5, but it was definitely 6 a.m. because my alarm went off and I was like, that's my alarm. Also, I'm finally done with my freaking Danganronpa makeup series. Like, thank the Lord above. Like, I really enjoyed it, and it definitely helped me improve my skills in makeup a lot. Like, I did looks recently that I would have never even attempted when initially starting the series. So it definitely like improved my makeup skills, but also it was such a responsibility. Like, I'm not afraid of commitment, because I'm not. People in my life will tell you otherwise, but like, I'm not. I'm just like, I get bored easy, and I get tired, and I get like distracted, and then sometimes I get in moods where like I don't want to do anything for a while, and like I just like want to die. You know, just teen things, just girly things. I'm sad that it's over, and I'm also glad that it's over, because now I can like take a break, because I was like, every day I was doing makeup and it got kind of exhausting after a while. The reason that I'm doing my makeup out here is because it's really messy in my room right now, and I didn't feel like cleaning it. The other day I was on the phone with someone, and I was like, I can't, like I said, like, I think I said like I'm an adult, or like adult or something like that. I don't even know what I said, but I was like, I'm an adult. And like, I feel like every conversation I have with anyone, I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, I'm considered an adult. Like, when I was 18, I was like, I'm an adult, but I'm not really like an adult. But like 19's like, you're not a kid, honey. Like, you're definitely like up there, sweetheart. And it's so weird to think about, like, I'm an adult. Don't know who decided on that. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. I have my social media linked in the description below if you want to check it out. I got my Instagram, got my TikTok if you want to check out the makeup challenge that I was talking about. And yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day.